While Mike Parsons and Brad Gerlach get ready to chase the last winter swell to nearby Baja, Mexico, Chuck Patterson and Scott Chandler are on a different hunt, traveling further south into mainland Mexico to catch the season's first swell sweeping up from the South Pacific.
Woo, long one, but well worth it when we get there, that's for sure.
35 years ago, when surfers first discovered this powerful Mexican beach break, just getting to Puerto Escondido was a major ordeal involving weeks of travel on perilous Mexican buses.
I came down to Puerto Escondido, it was 1979, with a few older guys from Carlsbad that had come down and they'd shot some footage in Super 8 and brought it back. And I watched these films and I was, my jaw dropped. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And they're like, there's 5 guys in the water. He said, you gotta come down and check out Puerto Escondido.
Here in Oaxaca, early explorers found a wave that rivaled Hawaii's fabled Banzai Pipeline.
When California surfers first started exploring, it was only natural that their eyes turned south of the border. But it was known more for its sort of, I'll say, hot dog surf. They obviously went to the point breaks because they were riding the big long boards, and they went looking for waves that reminded them of Malibu. And then came the discovery of this beach break called Puerto Escondido, and the waves there were bigger than anyone had ever seen a beach break capable of producing.
Puerto Escondido is, one of the most extreme beach breaks. The way this wave comes in with the force of the energy, you'll see waves out here that are jaw-dropping, oh my God, it's crazy.
What Puerto Escondido is all about is the barrel.
When it throws, it throws just the biggest barrel. Not a drop out of place. It's just perfection. The color is, this really nice, dark royal blue. When you're dropping in and then you pull into the barrel and you're really deep in the barrel and a tube inside, it's like almost aqua blue. You're just pumping in the wave and it looks like you're never gonna make it out, but it just keeps throwing perfectly. You come out and there's that spit. Like warm air from inside of the barrel spitting to kind of close the whole wave, and you come flying out, and it's just like a sigh of relief. At the same time, another little section of adrenaline that just says, oh, that was perfect. It just makes you want to go do it again and again and again.
After a chaotic day of travel, including a red-eye flight from LA and a long, hot layover in Mexico City, Chuck and Scott finally arrive in Puerto.
Puerto Escondido, baby.
From the airport, it's a 10-minute ride to the beach, and their limo has arrived.
¿Qué pasó, flaco? Oye, mi novia. Muchas novias. Welcome to Puerto.
Puerto Escondido, the hidden port, once lived up to its name. Beyond its resort and internet cafes, it still remains, at its heart, a sleepy Mexican fishing village.
The really cool thing about chasing waves, it's kind of like the hunt. It's an adventure. Everywhere you go, we are searching for the biggest surf that, we can ride, but we don't necessarily get that. It all hinders on conditions. But I think what's so appetizing about it is that there's an adventure anyway. It's getting there. It's the travel. It's the culture, the people you see, the food you eat. It's a treat to be here where people do so much with so little. So it teaches me a lesson, and then you can bring that home with you. I consider all of us that get to do this, really, really lucky.
Puerto Escondido just it's a magical place to me. I've been coming here for years and years and years, and it's just a place that has so much energy that you just thrive on. You can be out in the water, you can hear it from the Army base, you can hear them playing their anthem or their morning reveille. And then occasionally the people are burning some things in their crops and whatnot, so you're getting you can smell a little bit of smoke. All these senses are blowing through the valley out to the ocean. And that lets me know when I smell all that, that you're here, you're in Porto.
1,700 miles north in San Clemente, California's Mike Parsons and Brad Gerlach, two of the sport's top mega wave riders, are hoping to catch the last of the big winter swells that have made Todos Santos one of the top 3 big wave breaks in the world.
Well, Mexico to me is it's a very laid-back place where you can kind of get away from the hustle and bustle of Orange County. There's generally way less crowds. There's tons of surf.
Todos Santos was the first wave that really wrenched our attention away from Hawaii. It was like every swell was a new revelation.
The wave Mike and Brad hope to ride peaks up off the rugged, exposed west shore of this tiny island at a reef break known simply as Killers.
The incredible thing is that one of the best, most consistent, challenging big waves in the world lay just south of the border. That was sort of like that, shot heard around the world. Suddenly, oh my gosh, the West Coast has a big wave destination.
Todos Santos is an incredible big wave spot. It's an island that's 9 miles off the coast of Ensenada.
Situated just far enough offshore to catch the brunt of winter's long interval northwest swells, Todos' rocky reef dramatically magnifies waves that often miss the mainland.
At a place like Todos, you have all this deep water next to the break, so you can actually sit there in a boat, drink a cup of coffee, and watch guys ride 60-foot waves, 30 feet away from you.
I remember one of the first times that the surf magazines dispatched a team of surfers to go there. They thought, well, how big can it be? And when he dropped into that first wave, he dropped and he dropped and he dropped and he dropped. The surfers in the boat just could not believe it. He paddled back to the boat and all he said was, ride your biggest boards, guys.
Let's hit the road. All right, we're out of here.
Coming up next on Wave Chasers.
I've never seen the water come up across the road, and I've heard stories of it, but I've never seen it.
One of the biggest days ever witnessed at Puerto.
It was the first time I ever seen them bringing the military down here to close the beach off.